cat. Hey.
Hey, what's going on? How's it going? Let me know how we sound. I think we should sound good. I might have to project a little bit more. Let me know how we sound. What's up, Tintin? I can't ask how we look yet, but here we go. I gotta do this. It's so weird now. Hold on. Dang it. Right here. Think it's here? That thumbnail is something. It's recycled. It's the first. If you go back to the first ever book club, it's the thumbnail. I didn't have time to make a new one, so I recycled it. I can't see. It's too small. There we go. Wait! It's in the way! Let me do this! Okay. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hopefully, I need to look here because the camera's right here. Hey everybody, how's it going? I don't even think I'd be able to like, I guess it looks the same. I'm in the same place I usually am. Yeah, there we go. I'm here. Thank you guys for even stopping by for book club. It's been, hold on. We're going to do some investigating real quick. The last book club stream, the last book club related content was the reaction to chapter 148 of the 149 of the beginning after the end, and that was on June 15th. If we go back even further, the last book club stream, it's not even within the last 30 things that I've done. Let me see how far I have to go back. Really? It's not even the last 50 things I've done on the channel. That's sad. I think I started playing Genshin in the time that, right here, episode 16. This was on June 7th. What's today's date? It's July. It is July 26th. I am sorry. My voice isn't synced. Okay, cool. Thank you. It's not? Are you sure? I don't think it is. Yeah, I gotta do this from afar. Oh my gosh. So, I'm pretty sure Enryu, you know that I sometimes was struggling to see all the way back then, and that was like right here. Being twice as far away from the desk is brutal. Oh my gosh. Are we synced up now? We should be synced up now, right? I think so. Let me know. So yeah, I was going to use this time to build habits. I should say that. Build a habit. I need to build a habit. Now I don't have to worry about like looking too far off from the camera, because right now the camera is in front of the screen I use for chat. Before, like, the camera would be up here, so I'd like be looking up here and then looking back at the camera, or looking this way to chat and the camera would be over here. So now it feels a little bit more natural. I can get away with, like, actually it feels like I'm looking at the camera, so I'm looking at y'all. But I'm going live now to build the habit. Build the habit of going back live on Tuesdays, because it's literally like a week or two will be my mom put some cream or something on my face. I'm really at my limit. It's how itchy it is. Yeah, I'm trying to build a habit to going live again because it's almost been 2 months since the last book club stream. Now, just to give an update, that's what this stream is. This stream isn't going to be long at all because I haven't done anything book club related since the last book club stream. If you've been in the Discord, I will attempt to remember to go in the Discord for book club in regards to the beginning after the end, but I haven't even been doing that. I haven't read Bastard since the last time we did a book club stream, and I have not read Black Clover since the last time we did a book club stream. And I only stopped reading them because I just wasn't doing book club streams. But for the beginning after the end, one, because I like it so much, and two, it's week to week. I don't know. I couldn't stop myself from reading it. So I feel like it's not a huge deal that I kept reading because we are on break for it will be 2 more weeks. So last week was the first week, I'm pretty sure. This will be the second week, and then next week will be the third week. We're on break for 3 weeks for the beginning after the end because I forgot who got married. I don't know if it was the author of the series or if it was the artist of the series. They got married, so I guess they're going on honeymoon and all that stuff. So I had lost my train of thought. I was reading the chat. So they're getting married, and or they got married, and they're gonna be on break. So we got a few more weeks, which gives me time. The artist, okay, which gives me time to catch back up on everything I need to do, so that next week I can actually catch up and get back on track, and then we can continue moving forward the way that we were moving in book club, week to week, reading the 3 series that we are reading. I do not remember where we left off for Black Clover, or off the top of my head, I should say. I don't remember. All I have to do is just go to my last saved images, and I'll be able to see exactly where we left off. So this is a Black Clover folder. The last volume that we left off on, or the last volume cover that I have saved. I don't even have to go through all this. I could have put it up on the screen. Volume 15 is the last volume that we left off on. I would be lying if I told you I remember what was happening in the series. I have a vague idea looking at the cover of this. It's Cisco Leon, excuse me. She's up here, so I'm assuming this is the formation of the Royal Knights. I'm pretty sure that's what this was, and them going on their first mission. That's where we left off. If you remember better than I do, please let me know. I'll probably have to go back and rewatch the last stream, reread the last volume, just so that I can catch back up and read volume 16. Oh man, I closed out the image. I'm so stupid. Now I can't even see the cursor. What is happening? Bring the chat back up. Cool. Now, I got that back up. Nice. Let me get rid of this because it's out of date. Trying to do this from afar is so difficult. Like, it's very difficult. This is something I'm totally used to. Now, I should say, new setup, or new camera angle, I should say. Setup, it works, whatever. New setup is being used, or it's been created, because I have this idea for a podcast of some sort. and I'm going to attempt to do it. So this should be fun. I'm trying to change the icons. I'm sorry, like I'm so scatterbrained currently. Extra large. Class. What is this? Is that 51 to 60? Hold on. Chapters 1 to 10, 11 to 20. Yeah, 1 to 10, 11 to 20. 11 to 20. 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, 51 to 60. So 51 to 60. This series, if I'm not mistaken, has 84 chapters in it. Either 84 chapters or 94 chapters. I'm talking about Bastard now. It's somewhere around there. So we're 2 sessions away from. Excuse me. We're 2 sessions. Wow, what is going on? We are 2 sessions away from finishing that series, and I'm pretty sure I was either going to do Sweet Home or I was going to start the Breaker. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it's either gonna be just doing whatever won the poll, which was the Breaker. I'm pretty sure the Breaker won. Yeah, or Sweet Home, and I was gonna choose between one or the other. We'll see. Podcast, I brought it up. I was going to, because it came about, I had an idea that because we were doing book club, and I'm pretty sure Dark North brought up the idea of doing an anime club for the things that I can't do live reactions to, which ends up being more than I can do. Like, it's too much to do during the week for all the live streaming that I do, trying to prepare the way I want it to. So, like, thinking about it, because I stopped doing anime club just because I didn't have enough time. Like, it was easy to do Daemon and watch Daemon because that was on a Wednesday. But the 2 other series that we covered during anime club, Skeleton Knight and what was the other series? Love After War Domination. Those series came out on a Saturday morning and a Friday. Skeleton Knight came out on Friday, and Love After World Domination came out on Saturday. And Anime Club was on Friday afternoon after I got out of work, which means I would have had to attempt to watch Skeleton Knight sometime during work because it wouldn't be enough time to watch it after I got home, and then just stay a week behind on Love After World Domination, and then be able to save screenshots and get everything set up so that I can do Anime Club, and it literally started to be impossible. That's why I just stopped doing it. So I wanted to bring book club and Anime Club back for content. So I'm like, what is a different way that I can do this stuff and still get it done? And my thought was doing it in some sort of podcast format. But then I'm like, how the heck am I going to do that? So what I'm thinking about doing is just, and this is going to be separate from like live streaming. This podcast won't be a live stream. I live stream enough. So it'll just be something that is done directly through Discord. So I will go live in Discord. I'll like send out a ping just like I'd be doing a stream. I'll go live in Discord. I'll record locally, and then I'll go through, like, if you come by through the Discord, you can hang out, whatever, and we can conversate back and forth. But each time I go live for this podcast, I'm gonna have like a specific topic that I'm talking about that will get clipped out, edited into a video, and posted on the channel. And then everything else will be just things that happen. So I just want to keep it like super casual. I'm kind of want to move into this because this is what, like, just the free form, like just talking and chilling and like chatting and all that stuff. That's kind of what I want to move into because that's what I enjoy doing the most. That's what a lot of the live streams, the reactions that we do, turn into anyways. They just turn into, we watch a series, watch an episode, watch a bunch of episodes, and then sit there and just talk. And it could, like, if we didn't have structure, because in the old days of the channel, the early days of the channel, we'd be live for 2 hours and 3 hours. Like, if you go back to the Noragami playlist, a lot of those Noragami streams are like 2 hours long, 3 hours long. And we stopped talking about Noragami like an hour and a half into it, if we weren't watching like 2 or 3 episodes. That took us an hour to do. So it's like, that was fun. like that was absolutely fun. So that's what I'm gonna move more towards. What I was thinking about doing was like, since I'm recording it locally, was clipping out the anime club stuff, and clipping out the anime club stuff and clipping out the book club stuff, and posting them separately, just like how I'm gonna post that clip, like the random like topic that I'm choosing, doing those the same way that I'm gonna do like this whole podcast thing. And I was just like, I'm floating between just not posting it and just keeping like book club and anime club Discord exclusive, because majority of that experience takes place on the Discord anyways, and I just go live and talk about what we did in the Discord. So I'm thinking about making it a Discord only experience. So you have to join the Discord in order to be a part of book club and anime club. Just because I don't know if I'll be able, because at this point I'll be doing the live streams that we're currently doing. There should be a movie night this week. There shouldn't be anything that should interrupt movie night from happening. The week before, I got stuck editing The Girl Who Leapt Through Time for like 8 hours. It took me an extremely long amount of time to edit that, trying to export it, it failed 4 times. Like, it took way too long. So I didn't get a chance to go live for that. And then the week after, this past weekend was my sister's birthday. So we were doing like celebratory things. So I didn't get a chance to go live. So next week there should be a chance to do book club. Not book club. Movie night. Golly, my brain. Doing movie night, and I'm pretty sure I want to do the Made in Abyss movie so that I can start doing anime club, because Made in Abyss was one of the series I wanted to cover for anime club. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the Made in Abyss movie this Saturday. Still not sure. I might watch the Made in Abyss movie on my own and then just pick another movie. I said we were going to do something else, and then we're going to go into the Ghibli marathon thing. So it's like, at this point, bringing it back to what I was talking about, I will be editing a highlight reaction. And I'm not like the biggest fan of editing. Eventually I feel like I'll get used to it and be more efficient, but right now it takes forever to do stuff. So I like thinking about adding all of this editing onto the amount of time that I stream would be it would be doing the movie highlight, it would then be doing this podcast clip, then I'm thinking about doing book club, editing that out, then anime club, and then editing that out, on top of going live 2 times on Monday. Well, one, working until 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 2 streams on Monday. Tuesday is when I'm thinking about doing the whole podcast thing, so that day's gone. Wednesday I don't stream, I'm not here. Thursdays we go live 2 times for Uncle from Another World and Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. Friday we go live 2 times for Summertime Rendering and Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. And then Saturday we would be going live 2 times for Awashi in the morning and then movie night that night. So it's like the thought of adding all of this editing on top of everything that we do, it'll increase traction to the channel, yeah, and more engagement, sure, but that busy schedule is what made me stop doing a bunch of stuff like last year, so I can do more things in my life. So calculator. So it's just like, I'm not a fan of that, and I go live on Sunday for My Hero. So it's like, I'm not a fan of adding a bunch of that editing to my docket. It's just not. I don't like the idea of it. So I'm still thinking about what I'm gonna do. Whenever I come up with that idea, it has to be in like the next week or two. I will definitely keep you guys posted and let you know. But I also watch short movies, anime shorts, maybe. In the Discord, there's a huge recommendation channel. There's movies, there's animes, there's manga, like there's different sections, and you can go in there. You can see what's been recommended, what's been read, what's been watched, all of that stuff. What possibly things that are up next. Even if you check the community section on the channel, and you look at all the previous polls, you'll see a lot of the stuff that have already been cycled through when it comes to like movies and all that stuff. So there's a bunch right now. The plan for book club is to keep it the same way that we've been doing it. There's no massive changes coming to it because, one, I like it the way we do it, and two, what's up, Cyber? And two, I literally can't think of another way to do. Thank you, appreciate it. I can't think of another way to do book club outside of like the same way that we do it. Maybe touching it up a little bit, but I can't think of another way to do it. So book club will stay the same. Anime club is going to be the one that changes a lot because it takes too much to try to do that. And so book club will stay the same. Anime club will probably change. Movie night is going to be the one that is more I just may watch the entirety of Gridman and Dinosaur series when Trequel comes out. When is it? Is the third series what's his face? Yeah, eventually. I don't have a girlfriend. Eventually, that's the idea. That is the idea. Or get another camera. I think I make things more complicated. So like, I'll get another camera. But movie night's the one that's like sort of locked in, and I've kind of like locked it in. There's a bunch of movies that are on polls that could be watched, but I'm planning to do like this Studio Ghibli movie marathon because I don't remember the Ghibli movies that I have seen, and then there's a few that I haven't seen. So it's literally, I pretty much have never seen a Ghibli movie. Like, I remember nothing from these movies. So my plan was during the spring to do a Ghibli movie marathon. Spring ended 2 months ago. So let's see how long you like it. I'm dragging my feet on this, but this should happen in the next 2 or so weeks. I needed to confirm that, one, I could edit a highlight reaction that is watchable. I think it's watchable anyways. Let me know, like, if the girl leapt through time, that reaction highlight, if it's spring till next year. No, I'm gonna do it this summer. But let me know if that reaction highlight was good. Like, I'm working with what I streamed, but let me know if it's like watchable, if you could follow along, if it was good, the sound levels were fine. I made sure, Cyber, I double and triple checked it so we didn't end up with the same situation from the what's his face, the Genshin video, where the last 5 minutes is just blasting music and you can't hear anything. I double checked, triple checked to make sure no weird thing was gonna happen. So now that I can confirm I can do that, granted it took a long time. It took way longer than I even thought. Because I had to record the movie because I didn't trust getting a file of it off the internet and trying to match up my weird timing. So it's like I recorded it and made sure I could match it up. So that means I watched the movie again, and then after I recorded it, I matched it up only to realize that at the start of the stream, the movie paused. So it threw the whole edit off. The whole edit was off like a second or two. So then I'm playing mix and match, trying to make sure that the audio synced up with the video, and I'm doing it just off of like frame by frame, like this frame the audio kicks in, maybe it fits like that. That took way longer. And then editing through the movie again and watching the movie for like a third time in the time span of what, a couple of days. It was exhausting, to say the least. It was very exhausting. It literally took like 6 hours. It took 6 hours, and it shouldn't have taken that long. I think a good hour and a half to 2 hours of it was trying to export it because it failed. It took like 20 minutes to export, and then it would export. What sucked is I exported it, didn't double check the video. I did double check the video. I opened it up. I moved ahead like 10 minutes. It was fine. I uploaded the video, set the whole video up, did everything. Opened the video up before I published it because I set it to like schedule. Opened it up and the video just ended at 15. And I'm like, this is a 45-minute video. Why is it ending at 15 minutes? The export crashed. So I had to delete it, export it again. It did the same thing again. I messed with settings. I exported it again. It didn't even export. Deleted that, redid it again. It came out 15 minutes again. And I finally got it, but then the quality just absolutely just tanked. So I had to redo it again, and then it finally worked. So it sucked. It sucked really bad, but we finally got it. I'm pretty sure if I had to do it again, I would be able to do a better job. I don't know how long these Studio Ghibli movies are, but I wouldn't doubt that they're an hour and some change, which is gonna be just thinking about it. But I'm down for it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the damn thing. We're gonna make sure it works. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the updates I got. I wasn't planning on being live long because I haven't done anything yet. I just wanted to go live. So get this. I wanted to go live. Yeah. 1950 fireside chat setup. We're making things work. I'm trying to do like some podcast thing. Podcasts will probably start next week, like the test run. So get this. So I have another tripod that I have set up. I have things marked all over the place so that I can make sure this is set up the same exact way every time. So I have to go through all of this, right? No, it's gonna be done by polls. I'm gonna pick 3 random ones, just 3 random movies, put it up as a poll, and then whatever wins that poll, that's what we do. The other 2 movies, and it's like, all right, 3 movies get picked. The winner of the poll, we watch that one. Then the day after the poll ends. The 2 remaining ones that lost the poll get then put on another poll by themselves. The winner gets watched the next week. The loser gets watched the week after that. So the 3 movies on the first poll all get watched in a row. It's just you guys pick what order we watch. 3 more get plucked out for a poll. Do the same thing until we finish all the Ghibli movies. So that's gonna be how we do it. That looks so comfy. Thank you, random boy. What's this book club? All right, book club explanation. It's weird. It's not really. It's a book club in the sense of like you know how all the old grandmas in the neighborhood, they all buy a book. They meet up each week. They decide to read 5 chapters by next week or something like that. They read their chapters, they come back, and then they all have like their little discussion about what they read and everything. They pick the next set of chapters that they're going to read for the next week, and then the week goes by, they come back and they talk about it. It's kind of what this is. We have 3 series that we're currently reading. It was at the beginning, Omniscient Reader, The Beginning After the End, and Black Clover were the first 3 series that we started. We caught up to Omniscient Reader. I made Omniscient Reader its own stream. I don't regret it, but I do regret it because Omniscient Reader streams are fun. That's why I don't regret it, but I do regret it because it's just one more thing that I do on the channel. So it's like a double-edged sword. I love those Omniscient Reader streams. There's some of the, like the first couple I wasn't feeling it, and now they're like the most fun I have on the channel. So it started off with that. So when we caught up the Omniscient Reader, I added Bastard, and I did a poll to replace Omniscient Reader. Bastard won it. Bastard replaced it. We've been reading Bastard. We're almost done. Then we caught up to the beginning after the end, and because that's when I wasn't feeling the Omniscient Reader streams, I was like, I'm not turning the beginning after the end to its own stream, even though it probably gets super popular. I was like, I'm keeping it in book club, mainly so that people click on book club. But I'm keeping it in book club, and I'll just every week I'll be week to week because the chapter comes out Friday, so I'll essentially be like a week behind. So it'll be like this week, if there was a chapter coming out this Friday, I would be talking about last Friday's chapter today, and then next Tuesday I would be talking about the chapter that's supposed to come out this Friday, but there's no chapter coming out this Friday. Just using it for an example. So that's the deal with the beginning after the end. Then Black Clover, it's just like Black Clover's still ongoing, even though it's on break right now. Black Clover's ongoing, so we got a long time before we catch up with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's what book club is. Main draw is that if you're in the Discord, book club has its own section. Like it has I don't think it has a recommendation section. I think it's that recommendation section's just in recommended. It's the recommendations. Any water? I don't know what's happening. Like my brain's farting with how I'm talking. So every week, like we pick the chapters we're supposed to read. We read them, we come back. But what I do is, in each series has its own thread in the Discord. So whenever I go to read the chapters, I try to be down here, or I'll like have my tablet or something and have Discord open up on my phone. And I go through, so instead of like live streaming, like how I read Tower of God and Omniscient Reader, I'm in the Discord kind of like typing how I'm feeling, typing about what I'm reading. So it's like the same experience, it's just not on camera, it's in the Discord. So if you're in the Discord and you go in the book club section, you can see those threads in there, click in them, and you'll see me like reacting essentially to the stuff. Discord been looking for it. I'm still not used to how to do it. There was the watch party yesterday, and I joined in. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And they're like, shut up, mute yourself. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. So I'm the same way. I am the same way when it comes to Discord. But yeah, book club is kind of like this Discord slash stream experience. I do enjoy it. Like book club is fun, especially when we're reading something like mad exciting in Black Clover, and then reading like the beginning after the end, not even like a specific part, just in general. And then Bastard is just like, it's a short series, so like every week something crazy happens. So like going each day and reading something different and having it in the Discord, it's just fun. I wasn't even paying attention to the 9th episode of Gias. What's up, Soul Tanker? You went to San Diego Comic-Con? Cool. Why didn't you say that? They didn't have any of the manga I read. I wanted to buy some. Oh, nah. Now I'm super tired to go. Hey, how are you? Happy Tuesday. How was the trip? How long have we been live? 30 something minutes? 35 minutes? I have nothing to read now. join the Discord. Check the recommended section. There's a billion series that are in there. Dead now. It probably was fun. I've been to 2 cons and it was the same con. I can't imagine a con of that size, what that feels like. I can only imagine. Yeah, but head over there. There's like a whole recommended section. A bunch of people have already put stuff in there. All the emojis and reactions to the series is related to what I've read, so don't even worry about that. Just see what's in there. You might find something. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I should have brought my water down here so I could talk more. I gotta be super convinced to start a manga or a light novel. Give it a shot. Just go down there and see what's in there. See if a title catches your eye. Google it. Go Google some stuff. I usually, whenever something gets recommended, I usually attempt to do some research. And when I mean research, I'm like looking to see like how long it is, like what's the genre, stuff like that. I'm not looking into the series because I'm about to read it if I decide to. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for like this update. Next week will be the start of this whole podcast thing. I think the topic that I'm going to roll with was something I was talking about. Cyber, were you there? I know Chuns was there. I know Wushan was there. Cyber, were you there? I think it was in the Discord. It was in the Discord during the summertime. Oh, I forgot to upload that Discord, the summertime rendering discussion. Dang it. I'll try to get it up today. Were you there? After a while, because we were in there for like maybe 2.5 hours. The last hour or so, I was looking for like a clip for the channel, and I was talking about what my favorite movies are. Like this podcast stuff is not going to be like anime or manga like exclusive. It's going to be like topics, not pop culture topics, like movies and TV shows, anime, manga, all that stuff, not like anything else. But it's going to be like things I like. So I think the first topic is going to be what are like my top 5 or 10 movies of all time, and why are they my favorite movies of all time? Like what criteria I use. Like I'm sitting here now, I don't remember my criteria. Just like on Friday, I didn't remember my criteria. Kept talking, I ended up remembering it. So I'm just gonna have to rewatch the discussion so that I can remember exactly what it is. But I have like 3 things that it's weird. It's just like I have streamer brain. I forget things that I have a pimple in the middle of my head. Wow. I forget things that I say. I like food and rat. Can you guess? Food and rat. You like Ratatouille? Make small notes. Yeah, I need to. Small keynotes. For like this topic, I'll definitely have something up just like to talk about it. But like right now, I remember pretty much what my favorite movies are. So yeah, I don't want the talking point to be like any more than like a half an hour. And it'll go smoother if there are people in the Discord to talk to. If I had to like foot this by myself, I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. It's the reason why I stream in the first place. I can't just talk to a camera. It's difficult without knowing there's someone on the other side. But yeah, I think the first topic I'm gonna go with is golly throat. First topic is gonna be like favorite movies of all time and what makes them my favorite movies. First one, I think my second topic, so not next week, the week after. Subject to change, but I do think it possibly will be either like my favorite series, like anime or manga series. I'm saying series because like one of my favorite series is Tokyo Ghoul, but the anime I'm not a big fan of. So it's like I don't want to say my top 5 anime of all time and then have Tokyo Ghoul at like number 2, and people will be like, "What?" And like so just like anime or manga series, so I can be like the Yu Hakusho anime, the Tower, not the Tower of God. I might put Tower of God in there. The Tokyo Ghoul manga, stuff like so I can just mix and match the things that I like the most. I just gave away 2. So I think that might be my second topic, and then I'll come up with other topics the further I come down. I think that's pretty much it. So I don't want those talking points to be any longer than like a half an hour or 45 minutes. I don't even want them to be that long. Like if they were anywhere between like 15 to 30 minutes, that'd be cool. Cause I don't want to, favorite cartoons could be a topic. Favorite cartoons would definitely be harder. I think it'd be harder for me than favorite like anime or manga. Cause I feel like I've watched more cartoons than anime or manga, if I'm being honest. So that would be difficult. And there's so much nostalgia attached to the cartoons that I'd really be fighting nostalgia with a bunch of series. So like, it's a good topic. I actually need to write that down so I remember. I'm more picky with cartoons. I really don't watch cartoons like that no more. There's not a cartoon, not too many I should say, that catch my eye that I'm actually interested in that don't end up pissing me off. Is that a rumor that Courage the Cowardly Dog is supposed to be? I'm not watching Morbius. Favorite Morbius. Courage the Cowardly Dog is supposed to be coming back for one more season. Was that a rumor? Craig of the Creek. My nephew watches Craig of the Creek. I think Craig of the Creek wasn't there an episode where like it was like they're playing against like some football player or something. And like I don't remember. The only thing I remember, he's 4. I almost said he's 2. He's 4. My nephew's 4. And he like says to me, "I'm not a baby, I'm a man." And I'm like, "Where'd you," like everyone's wondering where you got that from. And he like tells me, he's like, "Come here and look at the TV." And I look at the TV and like I think it's Craig of the Creek. And they go into a flashback and the dad was like something like he's not a man or something. And then the baby gets up and the baby was like, "I'm not a baby, I'm a man," and throws the football back at the dad, and the dad catches it and it pushes him through a wall. And I started dying, and I'm like, that was funny. It was really stupid, but it was funny. So I'm pretty sure that's Craig of the Creek. If that's not Craig of the Creek, forgive me, but I'm pretty sure that's Craig of the Creek. Bobo Boy. What is? It's their imagination. It was funny. Pretty sure the last cartoon I watched was Ben 10. I'm watching Ben 10 right now. I'm at the start of the 2nd season. Young Justice was cool, but I like the first. I like Young Jesus. Wow, Young Justice. Up until that was the first 2 seasons, right? Drugs. Cartoon Network's better than Disney. Sorry, I hate to break that to you. I hate to break that to you. When it came to TV shows, Nick and Disney could fight. Cartoon Network was better. Easily. I think Bobobo, Teen Titans Go, that's new. What about Teen Titans? How about that? Nick is trash. All of them are pretty boo right now. There's like one good show on each network right now. There's like one. Didn't watch it. Teen Titans is one of them series, man. Teen Titans is one of them. They did. Disney did have some hits, but Cartoon Network was just, they had like, they always kept 4 or 5 at a time. Always. Random episodes of some Vietnamese dub anime. Wow. Cartoon Network had it though. Like you could run through. It's like there's Megas is a show no one talks about, and Megas is really good. And Megas isn't even like, I wouldn't even call Megas top tier, even though I love Megas a lot. I don't want to count like the Bakugan and the Pokemons and all that stuff, even though they had it, because those technically were anime, like Digimon and all that stuff. Those were anime. Yeah, the robot one they had the car and they had the robot. I was hot too. Like Megas was fire. What's the name of the show? Well, it's Gendy. Tartakovsky. How do I pronounce his name? It was were they brother and sister? Who were they? The dude and the girl. They had the robot. It started with an S, and then the robot turned himself into a person and went to school with them. Yeah, I don't count any of the anime for Cartoon Network because it's anime that they got licensing to. I don't count them. I like original cartoons, like for us, like Western cartoons, Western animation. Because if we count anime, then Cartoon Network's number one because they had, like for me, they had Dragon Ball, they had Yu Yu Hakusho, they had Kenshin, they had all that stuff. Like no, not fair. So I don't count the anime. I don't count Toonami. If I counted Toonami, it's a wrap. So I'm not going to. Even if I don't count Toonami, to me, Cartoon Network was number one. Nick was 2, and Disney was 3. But Disney was number 1 for the live action shows they had, like Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven. Even though like Cory in the House was a little bit past my time, like I was in like maybe 14, 15 watching Cory in the House. I was secretly watching the Wizards of Waverly Place at like maybe 16. I was secretly watching Wizards of Waverly Place. They had the movies on lock. That's undefeated. Like come on, Disney had the movies on lock. So it's like Disney had it in a different way. It's kind of like video games where it's like Microsoft and Sony go at it with the graphics, and then you add Nintendo doing something completely different. It's like Nick and Cartoon Network had like the same thing going on, and then Disney was just killing it with the movies and the TV shows. So it's like it was different. Ned, that was Nick. Ned was Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. That was Nick. Ned was a great show. Ned was a great show. Disney original movies were fire. Anime meme. I got my friends is Chaka. It's a kid's show. It's dark, like the premise. Really. You only like that one? Wow. Man, like Lizzie McGuire was fired. That's So Raven was fired. Sister was Disney, right? Have to confirm. Yeah, it was, because you had Twitches and Twitches 2. You had Xenon. You had The 13th Year. Brink was the one that was possibly the best Disney movie, and they never showed it enough. You had Brink. You had Smart House. You had Smart Guy. Can't forget about that. I'm just trying to rattle Disney stuff off. The Luck of the Irish. Motocross. Motocross came on like every week, and after a while I'm like, dude, I don't want to keep watching Motocross, even though it was good. What was the basketball one with the twins? With the twin girls? What was the basketball one? It was that one. High School Musical. The start of the franchise that started way too many. I was so against watching High School Musical. Like the first one came out, didn't watch it. Second one came out, didn't watch it. The third one was getting ready to come out, and I want to say this was like maybe sophomore year of high school, the summer of sophomore year of high school, and they were doing a High School Musical marathon for like getting ready for the third one to release. And I caved and I watched it, and I was like, oh snap, I actually like it. I was like, damn, I actually like it. Like I really liked the High School Musical. I'm like, it's 3:00 in the morning, I'm sitting here watching the second one, and then it was like the first two aired, and then they did the sing-alongs to the first two after the first two aired. I'm like, it's 3:00 in the morning, I'm sitting here watching the sing-along with the words coming up at the bottom. I was like, oh man, I was like, I actually like it. I was like, this is actually really, really good. Those are the days, man. Those are the days. I don't know. Trying to recapture nostalgia just doesn't work. Yeah, Kim Possible, my gosh. Yeah, there was no shame watching Kim Possible. Proud Family, there was no shame watching Kim Possible. I used to watch Totally Spies and wouldn't say anything. I don't know why. Like Totally Spies, that was the one. I'm just like, I think Powerpuff Girls was the one too. I don't remember people being like, oh, you watch the Powerpuff Girls? I think everyone watched the Powerpuff Girls. I know I didn't get clowned on for watching the Powerpuff Girls. But I wouldn't dare say I watched Totally Spies. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why I felt that way. I watch Etchy while searching for Minecraft. Goodness. I knew Code Lyoko's like British. Totally Spies was an American. I figured out Code Lyoko wasn't a Western series when the live action came out. No, is it British or Australian? It's one of the two. I didn't know Totally Spies was an American. Oh. Now the more you know. It's French. Whoa. I didn't know that. I learned that it wasn't Western when the live action show came out, which wasn't bad. The live action show wasn't bad. I watched maybe like a dozen or so episodes like on YouTube. There's only but so many episodes I can watch on YouTube before I like get burned out. My friend is now a Peppa fan because of his little niece. Everyone loves Bluey. Bluey's good. Bluey is fun. Really think about those Disney movies, man. Brink was the one, man. Like everyone loved the 13th Year and the Luck of the Irish. Those came on a lot. But I'm like, when is Brink coming on? This was where was I living at? I was living at the last place I was. I want to say I was in college. I was either in college or this was after college. It was either in college or after college. And I was like scrolling through the TV. It was like 2:00 in the morning. I had to like be up for work in the morning and just happened to be scrolling through the TV and saw Brink. And I was like, oh snap. I don't think I've saw Brink in like a decade. I stayed up and watched it. It like came on at like 2 in the morning. I stayed up and watched it. I was like just sopping up all that nostalgia. It was great. Disney Junior is what I watched a lot as a kid. I watched a lot of Boomerang as a kid. Just all the Scooby-Doos and the Flintstones, the Jetsons, the Jabberjaws. They even started showing like the old like Justice League stuff. I should say the Super Friends, and then they would show like the 2004 series, 2005 series, the Batman, the one that came on Kids WB. Like that series was really good too until they had to kid it up. Like the first 2 seasons of that show is really good. 3 through 5 are yeah, Time Warner. Well, WB, Warner Brothers. Yeah, Boomerang was everything that got aged out and got shown on Boomerang. So it's like, so you still had somewhere to watch it, so they could still play it and get what's it called? What is it called when you keep syndication? So they're still in syndication. Kids these days will never understand the issue of what channel you were going to commit to. Oh my goodness, yeah. Saturday mornings was always Kids WB. Because I'm pretty sure what used to come out on Saturday mornings on Kids WB. I know Yu-Gi-Oh used to come on after school. Because Yu-Gi-Oh would come on after school on WB. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh might have been Saturday morning too, but I remember Batman Beyond. You're right. You're right. You are right. It was Batman Beyond. I remember that. Because it was, I know Kids WB, and then I switched to Toonami after. And Toonami always had the fight. Like, when Toonami was in its prime, Shaolin Showdown, Static Shock, and Beyond, Batman Beyond back to back. It would suck on the West Coast. It would keep going, but in the East Coast, it would change to what was it called? The Celebration of the Eucharist. I used to be pissed because the end cards for the episodes would be like Batman Beyond or something back to back, and then one episode would come on and would go off and would go to that. And I'm like, come on, man. I remember being mad every week. Men in Black, yeah, Men in Black used to come on too. Yep. Kids WB had it. They had it. That was my destination every Saturday. All right, cool. Those were the days. Oh yeah. When Toonami used to come on after school, those were the days. And then it moved to Toonami. It used to be Monday through Friday, and then throughout the years what year was it when Toonami went from Toonami to it wasn't Toonami anymore. It was Mizumi, something like that. It turned to Mizumi, and that's when like Code Lyoko and something else used to come on heavy then. And then Toonami moved to Fridays only. It was like Friday and Saturday, or Fridays only. Now it's Saturdays only. But it was like Friday only, or Friday. It was weekends after 7, and then that's when it was like Yu Yu Hakusho, because that's when they were in Chapter Black. That's the name of that arc, right? It was like Chapter Black used to come on, because I remember those previews vividly. I remember the previews. It was that. It was Justice League Unlimited. Wasn't it Generator Rex too? Didn't Generator Rex used to come on? I think Generator Rex used to come on. It was one of the first ones that came on. Damn, it was something else too. There was a few other things, but those are the ones like I remember like the previews. That was the Friday lineup. That was the Friday lineup for sure. Yeah, I got that photograph. Man, that's nostalgia, man. That's every day. Heroes basically anime afternoon every day of the week after school. Yeah, Sailor Moon, Saint Seiya, Dragon Ball, Ramna. The prime, the days that I remember Toonami heavy was it was, I don't remember what order they came out in. I want to say Kenshin. No, there was always a cartoon first, then it was Kenshin, then it was Dragon Ball, then it was Hakusho, or it's reverse. It was cartoon, Hakusho, Dragon Ball, then Kenshin. Like I remember that. Like I remember that, and that cartoon was like at a point it became Megas, but before Megas, what was the cartoon that used to be on that spot? Superman the animated series, either Superman or Batman. It was either Superman the animated series. What am I saying? Animated series, Batman the animated series, and then it would go into like either Kenshin or Hakusho, and then Dragon Ball. It would be Dragon Ball for an hour, I'm pretty sure, and then it'd be something else after that. I think I started to fall off when like Zatch Bell was up there. Like I started to get like a little bit older, and Zatch Bell really wasn't holding my attention. Yeah, it was like Zatch Bell, the Prince of Tennis. It's something Bobobo. It was Bobobo, and then that's when they started to force Naruto down your throat. I remember that. Like I remember when you remember the whole weekend where it was nothing but Naruto. I wouldn't buy in. I was late to Naruto. I wouldn't. Toonami tried to get you to watch it, and I was like, I'm not watching it. I like Dragon Ball better. I never watched the lick of Naruto, but I'm just like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I was late. I was really late to Naruto. I was really late. I felt like an idiot because I ended up liking it when I started watching it. But I was super late to Naruto. Like I didn't start watching Naruto until I saw the. I didn't start watching Naruto until this is early days. Remember the early days of Crunchyroll when Crunchyroll would have like their own pre-baked ad that they would play, and it was a clip of Sword Art. It was a clip of something. It was Sword Art. It was episode 1 when Kirito killed the big fat thing before he became the beater, and it was something else, and then it was Naruto fighting Pain when he arrives on top of Gamabunta. I'm pretty sure he won when he was on top of Gamabunta, and that's what got me to even watch Naruto. It was like halfway through Shippuden, like not counting filler, like halfway through Shippuden before I started watching Naruto. Literally, I was late. I wouldn't watch it. And then whenever, like, it was that, and then that's right around when when you get all the Minato stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh. I remember because I watched because it's like at that point I kind of knew about Naruto. I remember seeing like the small flashbacks of the fourth Hokage, being like, he's cool. I want to learn about him. I kind of like how I treat One Piece now, where I kind of knew stuff, but I didn't. And then I was like, oh, it's that time. And I was so blown away at the whole Minato thing. I binged all of Naruto in 2 weeks and caught up. Binged it all and caught up. And then went back and read the manga and caught up. And read the manga until it was over. It was one of those. Like, I was like, wow, I feel like a Muppet. And I had a great like 2 to 3 weeks just catching up on everything. It was great. It was great. My neighbor's kids spent a summer in Japan and hyped it out when it came out in the US, and I was like 6 at the time. Really? Excuse me. No. Like, that's how they would get you. Like, I'm pretty sure I've watched. What is this? I forgot that this even had this feature. Wow. I've probably watched all of Dragon Ball, like not in order, 5 times because Toonami would just show it all over again. And as a kid, you didn't know. I'm like, oh, it's this episode. Just sit down, just jamming snacks into your face. And as opposite fight happened, I remember everyone at school was talking about it. I wish I could have moments like that. I wish I had moments like that with Naruto. I don't have those moments at all because like we didn't, where I was, like anime and manga was like looked down on. Like no one really said it out loud. Like now I'm like, it was weird. We all liked it and we all watched it and we never said anything because we didn't want to get made fun of. I do remember that. Like I remember liking video games a lot more in high school because playing Halo and Call of Duty was the thing to do in high school. And playing Madden and 2K, those were the things to do. Not sit there and talk about how I almost cried when Goku turned Super Saiyan. I can't say that out loud. Can't say that out loud even though that was happening. Yeah, we had no, like that's back. I don't think I genuinely learned what an anime was until I got to college. I saw a video a while ago that said first generation weebs had it the worst. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine back then. I can't even imagine. Yeah. Anime from like Pokemon and Digimon being anime, no clue. They were just cartoons. I had it great and free. That's good. Anyone that I hear that had like those moments where free open TV, like Toonami, all this stuff, like Toonami was like, it was like Toonami was what's his face? Toonami was a block on Cartoon Network. Like you'd be watching Cartoon Network and then the Toonami intro would come on, and then from like 4 to 8 it was Toonami. And then after 8, it was Adult Swim. Yeah, and then they pushed Adult Swim to 10 o'clock because when we were kids, like 8 o'clock, kid time was over. Kid time was over. Now it got pushed to like 10 o'clock. Now I don't even think Toonami starts at like 11 o'clock on Saturday now. It's weird because kids just stay up later now. That's the whole thing. I got confused at Bardock's death and thought, why is Goku dying? Nah, when I remember, there's not much I remember the first time, like, of Dragon Ball. The first time I watched it, because I've watched it so much. I remember Super Saiyan for the first time, because I remember like telling my mom, like, do you see this? Like, you see what's happening? Yeah. That's back, that's back when Inuyasha, it used to be, Case Closed, which is Detective Conan. And Inuyasha used to come on Adult Swim for whatever reason. And they would just come on all night. And though, like that was on the weekends. I remember like I watched the majority of Inuyasha like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then that's when I would realize that it would be 2 episodes of Detective Conan, and then like 2 or 3 episodes of Inuyasha, and then the Inuyasha episodes would just repeat. So it would do like the 2 episodes, and then it would be the 2 episodes. And then they would just repeat again. And then whenever I realized they were repeating, that's when I went to sleep. Because I'm like, I'm not going to see anything. I remember freaking out in front of my dad when the final arc. Yeah. G Gundam was the first show on the Toonami block as well when it was coming on. Yeah, G Gundam was the first. It would be G Gundam before Dragon Ball and stuff. I remember that. G Gundam is one of my favorite Gundams. G Gundam is my second favorite Gundam. If I'm like not, if if I strip nostalgia away, I could put another Gundam series in front of it. But if I keep nostalgia, G Gundam is my second favorite Gundam. Yeah, like if I strip nostalgia away, I'd put Wing in front of G Gundam. But if I don't, G Gundam is my second favorite Gundam series. Iron Blooded Orphans is my favorite Gundam series, but that's like recently. Iron Blooded Orphans is great. Like I rewatched Iron Blooded Orphan and dub when it came on Toonami for the weekends. I rewatched it. I did. I still try to play Toonami every now and again, just so it could get the ratings, because I remember when Toonami got canceled before it came back, and that was the worst because like I was never a kid that lived on the internet. Like I didn't live on the internet that much. Like my mom wasn't having that. When I finally got the internet, I was going crazy. But like I didn't live on the internet that much, so it's like I didn't know about like all this stuff. I didn't start using YouTube until I was in middle school, and people were like, "You don't know what YouTube is?" I was like, "No, I'm in the 7th grade and I have no idea what YouTube is." Because I I didn't know what YouTube was until 7th grade. I didn't know what X-rated content was until like 7th grade, when I seen like someone was on the bus with their laptop, and I was like, "What are you looking at?" And I looked and I was like, "Whoa!" Like blew my mind. Like I was like late to a lot of things. My parents didn't do a lot. I did not do a lot. So it's like Toonami was my only way to get those series. Like I didn't know what anime was, but I knew Dragon Ball was different from Kids Next Door. Like I think I'm like there's a clear difference between these guys punching each other in the face and Courage and Kids Next Door and Dexter's Lab and all that stuff. Like it was clear those was different. Samurai Jack used to come on, I think, as the first show of Toonami as well for or no, wasn't it was a time where Samurai Jack used to be the show after Toonami too, before it went to Adult Swim. So it's like I still now I'll throw Toonami on just so I could get the ratings, so that we could keep that Saturday block. Because like if you really go through, like there was one point in time where I want to say this was like last year or 2 years ago, I looked at the block for Toonami and I'm like, damn, like if I was a kid, like if I was a kid and if the internet wasn't like so like mainstream where I could just watch anything whenever I wanted to, like it was a point where it was like it started at 11 or something. It was Dragon Ball Super, My Hero, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, this, and I'm like, imagine watching that back to back to back to back to back. That would be crazy. I'm like, if I was a kid, that lineup would be nuts. And I'm like, man, I would just put it on the TV just so I could get the ratings. I'm just like, damn, like that lineup was nuts. It was like a 6-month period where I'm like, this is the best lineup they've ever had. Like, period, Toonami. I'm like, whoa. What's up, Doug and Love? Favorite dub. Bias? With my bias, Dragon Ball. If I take my bias away, Never Going Out Ever. That lineup was nuts. I was looking at it. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, these things are hit. I'm like, these are hit after hit after hit after hit. Favorite dub, Ghost Story. It's a recent dub, and it's the series isn't popular, but Fena, Pirate Princess, that dub was incredible because it was like a globe-trotting series, and like each region they went to actually had like them use accents from that region. So like they went to Germany, and all the people that they met had like a German accent. Like there was like people that were French, they had a French accent. There were people that were Asian, they had like an Asian-esque accent. It was like I'm like this was like a lot of care and detail put into it. Another dub that I'm really liking, I don't watch that many dubs, so it's like Hakusho. Like all the ones I watched as a kid, like nostalgia, like Hakusho, Dragon Ball, Kenshin, like those are the ones that I really remember. No, never, ever, never, ever. The Steins Gate dub is really good. Like the dialogue is really good. They really sound like they're having fun with like Kyoma's like hijinks and all that stuff. It's really fun. Imagine the Soul Society arc today. Oh gosh. Yeah. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. That's why I'm excited. That's why I'm excited for Bleach. Cuz they're going to give it a budget. They're going to give Bleach a budget. I didn't want to be here this long. I've been here more than an hour. Like this is just like kickback, laid back fun. Studio Period. Do they know when to feed them? This was fun. This was fun. I like this. This is the vibe I like. But I'll try to dial it in more for the podcast to be in and out. And then we could just babble for hours, whatever. But yeah, that might be a good topic. What's your favorite dub? I might do that. Thug and Love, I'm stealing that. Let me pull up the notepad. Where am I typing? I don't know where I'm typing. I just need to. So, what was the one? I said I would remember it. What was the one that got brought up earlier? So, topics is fave movie, fave series / manga. Then it was, what was the other one? Dang, I want to say Soul Taker. Favorite cartoon, yeah. Fave cartoon. Then favorite dub, fave dub. They got like a couple of good topics. There was another one. I feel like there was one more where it got mentioned, and I was like, oh yeah. But I might scroll up just to see. Favorite dub opening, Smile Bomb. Smile Bomb. I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm not even gonna think about it. I think it's really good. I think that might be the best. I think it was favorite cartoon that you had recommended that I wrote down. I wanna start watching Detective Conan again. Samurai. Oh, I'm bugging. Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is probably the best dub. I'm really bugging. Cowboy Bebop is probably the best dub. I've watched Cowboy Bebop in dub and in sub, and I like the dub more than the sub. I like Detective Conan. Detective Conan would be, if I had to calculate a top 10 series of all time, I might put Detective Conan in it, and I'm like 400 in. And I watched the filler too, because I think one of the filler arcs for Detective Conan is one of my favorite episodes of the whole series. And I found out after the fact that it was filler. I was like, this is filler? I'm like, this was incredible. It's one of my favorite episodes, period. I really loved it. Like, I'm watching through all of Detective Conan, filler and all, because the filler, it's all just like crimes and stuff. That junk is fun. Like, for me, it's a weird feeling, but it's like, it's clear. Most of the Kaido Kid episodes are filler, and those are all my, yeah, it's like, when Detective Conan when its plot kicks in, I'm like, dude, I just want another mystery. Just give me another mystery. It's one of those weird things. It's like, when we're in plot, because I feel like you're only ever in plot with Detective Conan when they talk about the organization. Like, if they're not talking about the organization, it's a good chance you're watching filler. There's a really good chance you're watching filler. And the Detective Conan movies, they're really good too. One of my favorite arcs of Detective Conan is the one where her dad gets picked to go to like this castle to solve a crime, to solve like some mystery, and Kaito Kid was there the whole time impersonating him, and Conan figured it out right at the end. He figured it out right at the end because of Kaito. He made one mistake. I think that was a movie. It could have been a movie. He made one mistake and he noticed it, and he caught him at the end as they were flying away on the helicopter, and he got away. I was like, oh man, I was like, that was good, because it was something in your face and you could have realized it, and I didn't pick up on it. Kaito Kid is the unsung hero for a Vietnamese student. Prolific literature topic, and how man, Tenchi Muyo used to be the opening show for Toonami of 2. Wow, I can't believe that just got brought back up in my brain. Tenchi Muyo used to be like the first show in Toonami for a good while. It was like Tenchi Muyo. There's like 4 Tenchi Muyo series. Like Tenchi Universe, stuff like it was a lot of those. Yeah, I had no idea what that was. Yeah. Tenchi Muyo was wild. It was a harem. It was. Tenchi Muyo was I think a lot of ours first harem. I just know it was crazy. I had no idea what was going on. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, every time I watch this show, I don't know what's happening, but it's fun. I'm just biding my time until Dragon Ball comes on. That's how I always felt. Anything that was on before Dragon Ball that wasn't like Batman or Superman or Kenshin, like, if it wasn't any one of those, like, I'm biding my time until Dragon Ball comes on. And then once I watch Dragon Ball, everything else I could just sit there and just actually enjoy. So yeah, Detective Conan is the first big juggernaut that I'm taking on. I haven't watched an episode in order. Like, I haven't like watched an episode in like 4 or 5 years. I've rewatched a few episodes since then, but like I had like a whole list in an old phone, like keeping track of everything. I lost it. Tsubasa Chronicle was a spinoff of Card Captor Sakura. Really? Wow. That's fine. Yeah, Tenchi had so many spinoffs. I think that's all I got. I've been live much longer. than I wanted to be live. I just wanted to do an update, and we ended up just babbling. This is fun. I like this anyways. This is like the vibe. Like, this is why I want to do more sidetrack streams. Oh, the name of the podcast is going to be called Sidetracked. So, like, I want to still do sidetrack streams and keep those as sidetrack streams and just random nonsense. But I want the podcast name to be Sidetracked. That's one thing I do want to, like, remember. Because I didn't remember it until right now. Since the last time I talked about it, which was like maybe a week ago. Or something crazy like that. You're starting to 556. So that's the name of the podcast. Sidetracked. Make the damn thing work. Alright. So I got first topic is definitely gonna be favorite movie. Hey Chuns. We've been talking about random stuff for like the last, I want to say, hour. Like cartoons and all that stuff. Like this was just supposed to be like, I was done talking about like book club 35 minutes in. And I've been live. We went live at 5:30. So an hour and a half. So I'm about to close up shop right now. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be doing book club, and I'm going to be making like the trial run. That's why I'm okay with like the favorite movie thing being like the trial run for the podcast. So book club, will I do a stream for it? I don't know. I'll do a stream for book club next week because I said I was going to at the beginning of this. So anyone that was here for book club and already left, that's what they heard. And then after that, I'll sit down and I'll do a trial run for the podcast where it'll be for me it's Tuesday. I don't know what day it is for you, but right now, this time, well, an hour prior next week. So whatever time it is for you now, that's when I'll be live again. But it won't be done on the channel. Like, the podcast won't be live streamed like everything else. I'm pretty sure you know this because I'm pretty sure I was talking. Yeah, you're 12 hours ahead. So, yeah, it's Wednesday for you. So, I'm pretty sure you know this. But I'll record it. I'll do it in the Discord. So, just be in the Discord, hop in the Discord. And I'll record it locally and I'll just chop it up and edit it out. Because I'm pretty sure it was you and Wushan that I was talking to about this whole idea anyways. The first topic is going to be, so what we'll talk about next week, like we'll talk about random stuff and then I'll lead it into favorite movies, and then I want to just hit that topic like really fast for like 15 to 30 minutes, and then in my brain that's where we'll cut it off, and then we can talk about other stuff for however long I feel like talking about it. So that's the plan. So favorite movies, like these are the live action movies, like real like cinema movies, like movies, like not like anime or manga. It can be anime or manga. None of my favorite movies of all time are animated. Wow. None of my favorite movies of all time are animated. There has to be something wrong with that. I need to sit down and think about this in the next week. I'm really thinking about that. None of my favorite movies of all time are animated. That feels wrong. Because I feel like I like animated movies a lot. Huh. I gotta think about this next week. But yeah. And Chun's is probably like, we talked about this last week. Because we spent an hour talking about it. So it's like, I'll talk about like my yeah, it's been a minute since I've watched like an anime. No, it's not. I watch a bunch of all the new anime movies because my nieces and nephews. So like all like Luca and Turning Red and all that stuff. I've seen them all. But yeah, yeah, movies will be the first topic, and my criteria for why they're my favorite movies of all time. There's 3 rules. I'm not mentioning it now. We'll talk about it next week. And I'll have like more structure so I can like do something with the edit. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys. This was fun. I gotta get used to the setup. Wow, I'm just thinking about it. I was talking about my setup a long time ago, maybe an hour ago. Never finished talking about it. So it's like it takes forever to set this stuff up. And now I have to sit through OBS because I have two instances of the camera being used because one stopped working. So I created another one so it could work. And now it flip-flops back and forth between which one pulls it down first. So for like 10 minutes, I was like, the camera's not working. And then I deleted the other instance and it was on the other instance. So I got to go through every single scene that I have that uses the camera and delete it and then add the new one in so that I can fully delete it and then make sure it's fine. This is going to be great. I'm not cleaning none of this stuff up. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tomorrow. I'll do it on Thursday, right before we stream. So thank you guys. That's the best anime original movie I watch is Weathering with You. Only one I remember. I love Weathering with You. I do think Your Name is a better movie, but I like Weathering with You better. Maybe because I watched Your Name on my phone. Because I just needed to know what everyone was talking about. And I'll stop doing this next week. I won't even be holding this. Because this is annoying. I'm probably annoying to hear. But I think because I watched Your Name, I like the ending of Your Name. I think I watched Your Name at like 720p on my phone because I just needed to see what everyone was talking about. And I remember like holding my phone and crying. I really enjoyed it. But like I experienced Weathering with You in the theater. There wasn't that many people in the theater, so I was able to like I was like able to like weep and stuff and all that. I like Weathering with You is just a better experience than Your Name, which I think contributes to why I like it more. Watch Your Name in my room on my phone. Weathering with You, like the big recliner seat like this, kick back, just enjoying the hell out of it. And I think that's why I like it more. I think so. I feel like if I would have watched Your Name in theaters, I think I might have liked it more than Weathering with You. But it's just something about the beginning of Weathering with You, before he meets the girl, like the first it feels like the first like half an hour. No, I would say not even before he meets the girl, all the way up until when he like starts working for the dude and all that stuff. Him just wandering around and trying to survive in Tokyo. It's just something about that part of the movie where I'm just like, golly, I don't know what it did, but I remember sitting in the theater like, I'm like falling in love with this movie right now. I think it's that part that I can't quantify like why it made me feel that way. I just remember watching it like, this is like really striking a chord with me right now. So yeah, I love Weathering with You. I really do. It's one of my Weathering with You is one of my favorite movies. I have to reevaluate my favorite movies. I do. Because when I feel like I isolate movies to just movies. Like I'm not thinking about animated movies or like I'm not thinking about anything else when I'm talking about movies. I'm kind of like isolating it. It's weird. And I shouldn't. So now I need to reevaluate. But yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming by, stopping by, hanging out. Next, so tomorrow I won't be live. Thursday we'll be live for Uncle from Another World and Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. Those should be fun. Friday we'll be live for Omniscient Reader and Summertime Rendering. That was going to be really fun. Saturday we'll be live for Awashi and Movie Night, hopefully Movie Night. and that should be really good. Sunday we should be live for my hero reading last week's chapter I missed in this upcoming week's chapter. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And the next Monday, Tower of God and Steins Gate, of course. And then next Tuesday, we'll be back with book club. It'll be an actual like true update to book club. Today was just like, I need to stream today so I can get used to doing this today. Next week will be I'll reread the last 10 chapters. Like, I'll reread what we did last time. So the last book club stream, I'll basically do it again since it's been damn near 2 months. So I'll reread the last 10 chapters that we read for Bastard. I'll reread volume 15 for Black Clover. And then I'll go over the last, I want to say, 4 chapters of The Beginning After the End that have come out since we stopped. So I'll go over those. I'll get the screenshots for everything, and that's what we'll do for book club. And then after book club, we'll do the first session of the podcast, and it'll be the favorite movie. I got a lot to think about. So thank you guys. It does. If it's a movie, it counts. Close to catching on the Tower of God. Good. Thank you guys. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate it. Lodge, goodness gracious, I'm so far away. Sorry, I could zoom in and make it bigger, but I'm late. But yeah, thank you guys again. I appreciate you all, and I can't do this fast enough. I usually have to hit like one thing and then another thing to do the outro. So we'll see. Have a good one, and I'll see ya. Peace out. 1 second. I think I got it. A lot.